If you're over 60, your glutes are essentially your independence insurance for staying steady on your feet and avoiding falls. But you don't need to punish your joints with squats to keep that policy active. In fact, I've found 5 better ways that won't cost you a single ache. Let's be honest for a minute. We've been told our whole lives that the squat is the king of exercises. But as we navigate 2026, many of us are finding that the king has become a bit of a tyrant. You know the feeling I'm talking about. You go to stand up from the dinner table and your knees feel like they've got sand in the gears. It's that grinding, clicking protest that makes you want to just sit back down and stay there. But the dilemma is real. If you stop moving, your glutes, the real motor of your body, start to stall out and lose their spark. And here's the scary part for us in the States right now. Between the convenience of grocery delivery and the endless lure of our favorite streaming shows, we're sitting more than any generation of seniors before us. Even with our fancy smartwatches and rings tracking every heartbeat, the data from the CDC doesn't lie. Our glutes are falling into a deep sleep, often called gluteal amnesia. I remember trying to keep up with my grandkids at the local park last summer and realizing my legs felt like an aging garden hose, ready to kink or leak if I put just a little too much pressure on them. You want to feel strong for the long haul, but you don't want to end up in a physical therapy clinic just because you tried to do 3 sets of 10 like you were back in college. That's why today is a turning point. We're throwing the squat or nothing rulebook into the trash. We're going to build that independence insurance using 5 no-impact moves that'll make your backside feel like a powerhouse without making your knees feel like a disaster zone. Think of your glutes as the literal foundation of your house. If the foundation is shaky, the windows start to stick, the doors won't close, and eventually the roof starts to leak. In your body, that shaky foundation leads to that nagging lower back pain and wobbly balance. You actually have 3 main glute muscles. Most people only think about the big one, the maximus. But for those of us over 60, the medius and minimus are your real secret weapons. These are your stabilizers. They are the reason you can step off a curb or walk through a crowded grocery store without feeling like you might tip over. In fact, 1 out of 4 Americans over 65 experiences a fall every single year. That is a staggering statistic. And it's why your glutes are so much more than just mirror muscles. They are your defense against the $80 billion in healthcare costs that falls rack up annually in this country. By the way, are you checking your wearable tech today? The latest 2026 fitness trends are all about data-informed coaching. If your ring or watch tells you your recovery score is a bit low this morning, these no-impact moves are perfect because they don't drain your internal battery the way heavy squats do. They're like a trickle charger for your muscle fibers. Move number 1 is the classic glute bridge. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. I am not getting down on the floor. Listen, I hear you. The floor feels a lot farther away than it used to. If getting on the rug is a no-go today, you can actually do this right on your bed. Just make sure your mattress is relatively firm so your hips don't sink into a hole. Lay back, knees bent, feet flat on the surface. Now, here is the senior moves secret. Don't just jerk your hips up toward the ceiling. Imagine your spine is a beautiful string of pearls. You want to peel those pearls off the mattress one by one, starting from your tailbone and working your way up. Squeeze your glutes at the top like you're trying to hold a $20 bill between your cheeks. Why is this better than a squat? Because your knees are in a fixed, stable, and supported position. There's zero shearing force on your delicate knee cartilage. You're getting all the glute fire with absolutely none of the knee ire. Hold that bridge for 3 seconds, then lower back down again, pearl by pearl. Aim for 10 to 15 reps. If you're feeling a bit adventurous, you can loop one of those light resistance bands around your thighs. The sensors on your tracker will tell you if you're pushing harder with one leg than the other, helping you fix those imbalances before they cause a trip. But wait. What if your balance is the main thing keeping you from the activities you love? That brings us right to move number 2. Exercise number 2 is the clamshell. This might look like a simple, relaxing move you'd do while watching the news, but it is the ultimate oil change for your hip stabilizers. Lie on your side, knees stacked at about a 45-degree angle. Now keep your feet together and just open your top knee like a shell. Don't roll your whole body back. If you roll your torso backward, you're cheating your glutes and putting the load on your lower back. Keep those hips stacked like a sandwich. This move specifically targets the gluteus medius. In 2026, we've started calling this the anti-wobble muscle. If this muscle is strong, your knees won't cave in when you walk across the parking lot. It's essentially like putting a natural, invisible brace on your leg. I was talking to a friend at the community center last week. She was complaining that she couldn't stand in the checkout line for more than 5 minutes because her hips felt heavy. I told her, "Mary, start doing your clamshells." 2 weeks later, she's the one walking the dog around the entire block. Do 15 reps on each side. If it feels too easy, slow it down. Imagine you're moving through thick honey. Now, for those of you who really prefer staying upright, I promised you a standing move you can do anywhere. Exercise number 3 is the standing glute kickback. This is my personal favorite because you can do it while the coffee is brewing, while you're on a phone call, or even while you're waiting for a web page to load. Stand tall. Find a sturdy chair, the kitchen counter, or a wall for balance. Now, keep your legs straight, no bending at that knee, and just kick it back about 6 inches. You'll feel a distinct pinch right at the bottom of your glute. That is the maximus firing up and saying hello. The secret key here, do not lean your chest forward. If you lean forward, you're just swinging your leg like a pendulum. Stay upright like you're standing for a formal photo. Imagine there's a string pulling the very crown of your head toward the ceiling. This is the ultimate functional vitality move. It mimics the push-off phase of every step you take. If you've been feeling a bit floppy when you walk, almost like an empty paper bag, this is the cure. It tightens the whole posterior chain. And here's a pro tip for 2026. If you're worried about your balance, use your independence insurance. Hold on to something. There is no shame in using a support. Even the high-end rehabilitation robots in modern hospitals use external support to build internal strength. We've got 2 more moves that are going to change the way you move. But first, we need to address that uninvited guest that so many of us are hosting. Exercise number 4 is the fire hydrant. And yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Lift your knee out to the side while on all fours. Keep your back as flat as a tabletop. Imagine you're trying to keep a cup of hot coffee from spilling off your lower back. This move is for anyone who feels like their hips are stuck in the mud. As we age, our joints can feel like they're grinding, but movement is the specific medicine that re-oils them. This is especially crucial for those of us managing chronic conditions like type 2 diabetes. In 2026, healthcare experts have started calling diabetes an uninvited guest or a difficult travel companion. We have to manage it every single day. And exercise, especially glute work, helps your body process blood sugar much more efficiently. It's a scary time with all the medical supply chain issues we've seen lately, but the one thing you can always control is how you move your body. Building muscle mass in your glutes creates a biological reservoir for glucose. It helps your uninvited guest behave itself. Do 10 reps per side. It's perfectly okay if your range of motion is small. A small move done with perfect form is always better than a big move done with a wobbly back. Now, I've saved the best for last. This final move mimics the real-world challenges we face every day. Finally, we have exercise number 5. This is the move that actually beats the squat in clinical tests for total glute activation, the supported step up. Find a bottom step in your home or a very low, sturdy box. Place your whole foot on the step. Now, and this is the part everyone gets wrong: push through your heel. Don't use your back leg to bounce or spring yourself up. Use that front glute to pull your body up toward the sky. It is slow, it is controlled, it is powerful. This is the move you need for real life. Whether it's stepping over a puddle on a rainy day or navigating the stairs at the local mall, the step up is your freedom move. In 2026, we're focusing on life course management. That means we aren't just training to look good for a vacation. We're training so that at 80, 90, and beyond, we are still moving with total dignity. Use the railing. Think of it as a spotter for your safety. Step up, stand tall, squeeze that glute at the peak, then, and this is the hard part, lower yourself down as slowly as you can. The slow down phase is what builds the eccentric strength that prevents the falls we all want to avoid. Now, you've done the hard work. But in 2026, we know that rest is a vital part of training, not a break from it. If you have access to an infrared sauna at your local gym, or even just a warm bath with some Epsom salts, use it. It helps with circulation and keeps those rusty hinges moving smoothly. And don't forget to check your wearable data if your heart rate variability is lower than usual today. Take a dedicated rest day. Your body will thank you by building back stronger. Listen, getting older isn't about defeating age like it's a war you have to win. It's about making peace with your body and giving it the specialized tools it needs to keep supporting your dreams. You've got a lot of stories left to tell, and I want you to have the physical strength to tell them. It is about making sure that the next time you walk down to the mailbox or head out for a nice dinner, you feel absolutely solid and secure. So, I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 independence insurance moves felt the best for you today? Was it the clamshell or the standing kickback? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one, and I absolutely love hearing about your progress and your wins. If you found this helpful and you want more joint-friendly tips, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of strong, smart seniors. We are proving every day that age is just a number, but strength is a choice. And if you want to see how to pair these glute moves with a 15-minute heart-healthy walking routine, click the video on your screen right now. Stay strong, stay mobile, and I will see you in the very next video. Your commitment to your health today is the greatest gift you can give to your future self. Let's keep those motors running smoothly. See you soon.